Because I identified as a student athlete and as a football player for so long. So once that finally came to the end, it was like, okay, it was a rude awakening, but also I saw it as an opportunity at the same time to just to reinvent myself and you know what I'm saying, just create a new persona and finding just different passions and just really get to learn myself more, honestly. So it really started then, and it's that rabbit hole took me to China, getting locked up out there, coming back to America, so really just putting my foot in a bunch of different, you know what I'm saying, what
So
make sure.
I'm just curious because it says 14 days, but you were there, you were in China for longer than that, or you were literally just there for 14 days?
Now I lived in China for 6 months. I was supposed to do a year, but I got locked up halfway through, so that's what cut the time short.
How'd you get, how did that happen?
Um, Pretty much the what is one day police just pulled up to my apartment randomly, um, and drug tested me right there on the spot.
That's
And
insane.
yeah, and I had just got done smoking prior to them knocking on the door, so I knew I was gonna fail the drug test.
Of
Uh,
course.
yeah,
Like,
so yeah, once I failed that, yeah, it was a wrap after that. And yeah, I'm here to tell you I did 14 days. Like once the cuffs was thrown on me, nothing was explained to me as far as what's gonna happen next. Um, I'm eventually taken to the jail where I'm housed. I'm locked up 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 15 minutes in one cell, 9 wooden beds, 3 soups a day, and all I had was one plastic bowl and one plastic spoon. And that's like I said, nothing was explained to me as far as how this process is going to work, how long I'm going to be here. Nobody knows I'm here. And right now, I'm sitting in the cell with 14 other Chinese men, none of which I can talk to. So it really ain't looking too good right about now. But eventually, one day, my name finally gets called to leave, and it just happened to be on day 14.
I like, first off, prison is one thing, you know what I mean? But
I mean,
when you in a prison in China, it's China, you
on me.
know? This is
Yeah, it's
this
game
is a
time.
different level. Like, they don't give a shit about you living or dying. Like, it's a freaking communist country.
Yeah, it was they got a saying there's no why in China. You know, here in America, we always need an explanation of why we got to do something. Nah, over there, what they say, you just do. There's no back and forth.
It's crazy. No, and
Back and
I think it's kind of wild, right? Because like you already had kind of like an athletic experience before all this shit happened, and it's kind of weird, like kind of the whole thing of like training is this like idea of like discipline, like not asking the question, just doing, and you literally
back.
get like thrust in the situation of like, don't ask, just do.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a great comparison too, because it's just like that in football, especially college football. So yeah, you hit the nail right on the head with that one.
Well, I mean, these days they actually get paid, back in the
Oh yeah,
day.
well yeah, oh yeah, it's different now, for sure, for sure. But still, they hold them to more of a standard nowadays though, since they are paying them now. They treat them like it's basically semi-pro for real, for real.
Hmm.
Like you late for a class, okay, we're gonna cut some of your check. You know what I'm saying? You don't maintain a certain GPA, you miss a meeting. It's all just different reasons they can take more money from you. So yeah, they treat it like a real business now.
That's such a funny way of putting it, because for so long, like, especially when you're dealing with athletics or you're dealing with like martial arts, these kind of things like, requires like physical strength and fitness and discipline and exercise and all these things. Like, you're putting your all into this. Some people just do it for like the flex, but like real people do it like because they love it. Like, it's an art that they want to perfect and they want to get better at. And it's hilarious in how like those skills can come in so handy.
Later on.
So
Later on.
so what the hell happened to you after China?
So once I got back to America, it was basically like I was at square one all over again. Because okay, I was able to find an opportunity, and I pretty much, you know what I'm saying, blew that up. So now I was like, okay, all right, what's next, man? Um, and I had no clue what it was I was gonna do next. But I know I can continue to expand and explore the education field since that was the reason I went to China. I was teaching English to kids out there. So like since I already got that experience, especially teaching in China, I'm like that's on the resume. That's gonna open up some opportunities once
Yeah.
school starts back. So I was like, I gotta wait till school start back because the school year for the end. So I'll wait for that. Um, and then just so I was just getting back to just to living in America, and just trying to see, you know what I'm saying, just doing a bunch of different things, out and about, working out a lot, uh, doing a lot more exploring within the city, a lot more different, trying different hobbies like modeling and stuff like that, just being more creative. Um,
In order
and
to survive, I mean, listen, we're just talking, but most people don't understand what it is to like be in prison. You know,
yeah,
that wrecks you. You come out of there and you're like, shit, like what the hell am I supposed to do now? To be
I'm
able
ready.
to like get in that mindset, you're like, okay, like let me figure out other stuff that I can do, like in order for me to be able to survive now. That it's not easy. It takes skill and a lot of grit in order to get there, to be honest.
For sure. I mean, it's like we already at the bottom. We ain't got no place to go but up from here. So shit, it can't get no worse than this. For real, for real. No place to go but up. So that's just how I look at things. I always had a positive mindset and outlook on life. So even when I was locked up in China, I was still, you know what I'm saying, maintaining positive, and just trying to keep my head up, trying to keep my head up throughout the entire process. Um,
Sometimes you
so
have to.
yeah, I mean everything we go through is preparation for what's in store, as well as defining who we are.
Yeah.
So
Which, by the way, doesn't come easy. A lot of the times you got to get hit to the curb, right? Get your ass whooped a few times to like finally for you to be like shaken up and be like, hey, you know,
hmm
don't think so low of yourself. Like, don't think like you can't accomplish things just because you've been told you can't, or you failed in certain places. Like using that as an excuse of giving up and not being like your true self, I feel like is self-sacrifice. Like, and what's the point of living to begin with?
yeah, correct. Find your purpose or you wasting air. But yeah, so I ended up started writing 14 Days of Beijing that summer once my friend gave me the idea. And then I also fell into coaching football that summer as well. So it was just crazy how everything just happened that summer. It just stumbled upon it. You know what I'm saying? Just the
You don't
opportunity
forget
presented
that.
itself. Yeah, I'm saying the opportunity presented themselves, and I just took them because I had at that point I ain't got nothing else going on. I ain't got nothing else to lose. So
Mm,
shit, why not?
no, and it's like something people forget. I think it's really cool that you did this, especially when you have a traumatic event that happens to you. Being able to get down on a piece of paper. Sometimes for some people, maybe it's making a song, or maybe like drawing something or whatever it may be. But like not getting it out and just like putting it in its place. I had this with a friend of mine where she had a traumatic experience years ago, and instead of writing it down, it like became just a haunting memory. And then she had
Mm,
a recent prison experience and decided to write a book about it. And we were talking about how she feels so much better about this experience compared to the one that was years before because she was able to be able to just sit there and just write it you know
yeah, no, it's definitely therapeutic for sure, for sure. Um, and that's like, damn, it made me think. I'm like, okay, I see why people journal or have diaries and stuff
yeah.
like that. We always saw it on TV, but we've gotten away from that so much as a society. I'm like, some people still write stuff down, but I'm like, that's a select few of people that still do that.
Some people don't even know how to write.
That part. That part. On me.
Mm. Bro, like I'm in vocational school, and the amount of guys in my class that like I look at their page and I'm like, yo, you're freaking 20 years old. Why do you write like a 3-year-old? You
Man.
know, like capitals, like just get like squiggles. I'm like, do you not know how to write? Do you need me to teach you the ABCs right now?
Man.
No,
I can only imagine.
but
You're not really required to like really
no,
write anything nowadays. So it's like
no, it's not needed.
even a signature. Most people don't even got a signature.
Oh my God.
Like,
How? How do you sign documents? Just squiggle? It's like, bro, do you want to get your stuff sold on the black market? Because you're doing a great job getting there.
hmm and just put their initials and keep it moving.
Yeah, you know what? Like, you definitely have an experience and you definitely have a story. Like, obviously, people are gonna be like, like I haven't had it as hard as this, like for example, you. But it's what builds your character. It's not necessarily like the struggles and things that you've been through. It's like what you've done with it, you know?
Facts. Factual. Factual.
Do you feel pretty proud of like what you've done so far with it up until this point?
I was, it was a high of a lifetime. Like when I published, so I got locked up in China on April 4th, 2019. The very next calendar year, April 4th, 2020, I dropped the very first version of 14 Days Beijing intentionally just because. And I was ranked the number one new bestseller in three different genres. And that was just like,
Perfect timing.
man, it was just crazy because one is like, okay, damn, I done created something, I done put it out into the universe. And to see that type of feedback, I was like, damn, I knew it was a good story, and I put a lot of energy and effort into it, especially for the details. But yeah, it was just like, damn, to see all your hard work, you know, what I'm saying, pay off, and it was 10 times fold, so it was a high of a lifetime for sure, for sure. And still, 14 Days in Beijing is like the bread and butter of my catalog. Like that's the book that gets talked about the most, just cause like
No, but
I'd have been
like
there.
I
Yeah,
you do also have other things that you have worked on, like obviously
for
like
sure.
this is like a big thing of yours, but I mean still like credits due where credits due as an author, right? It's not just one thing that you've done, it's all of the things that you've put your blood, sweat, and tears into.
Yeah, I mean they all just been ideas, honestly. Even with the romance novels, the same friend Demarco that was telling that put the bug in my ear to write 14 days. He's like, hey, bro, you need to write the romance novels next. I was like, hell nah, bro. I ain't even in the headspace to do all of that. Tap back into, like you said, we just suppress shit and then just bury it and don't want to address it. So I'm like, I ain't even trying to go back and through all those memories and emotions. Nah, I'm good. But it wasn't until quite a few months later, I was just doing market research, just more um, studying and learning about self-publishing in the game and stuff. And they was talking about the best-selling genres, and the number one best-selling genre was romance. I was like, oh shit, I done been number one in plenty of different genres, but I'm like, I ain't never touched romance, so I know it's a female-dominated field too. So I'm like, okay, that's a challenge right there. So that's really what inspired me. I'm like, okay, that's the number one selling genre.
You
Bet.
got balls, bro.
For sure. Because I was like, got the material. I was just, you know what I'm saying, just didn't want to do anything with it. But once I saw that's okay, then. So yeah, did that, and then down the line, 3 years passed before I wrote the next book, and that was The Power of Becoming that just dropped in April. And it's a self help book, so that was a brand. I'm just jumped to a whole nother different genre. So it's like, yeah, I'm just exploring different genres. I got a new book dropping on the 21st of this month, and it's pretty much a guide guiding people through the writing and publishing process. And it's gonna be like a very quick, short read. It's like 12, 10 to 15 pages, nothing crazy. very solid, straight to the point, touching on key points and giving great tips on how to get through the process. And that's titled Listen, acronym LISTEN. So yeah, man, it's been a journey. So I'm pretty sure more books is gonna come. Because at first when I did 14 days and I had that success, I said, "Oh yeah, I'm good, bro. I don't care to write anything else." Like I just stepped up to the plate my first time at bat and I hit a home run. Like just beginner's luck type shit. So it's like, yeah, I'm good. But well, here we are, 4 books in that I've written myself. I also started my publishing company back in 2021. And just from the success I was having with 14 days, a lot of people was constantly asking me questions about the writing publishing process. So that's why I started to create a service and um, uh, packages and courses behind just, you know what I'm saying, that process. Because it shocked me to see how many people there were out here like that always had aspirations of writing or publishing a book, or it's like a long
Yeah.
life dream. That's like, damn, for me, bro, it was just an idea I was given, and you know what I'm saying. I just went crazy with it. So, but it's a lot simpler than people think too. You know what I'm saying? People think it's this far fetched, esoteric, godlike ability that only the special among us will ever be able to experience. Like, bro, that's not the case at all. But the internet and technology has changed the game. So it is very feasible, and it's really don't you really don't even need no money for real, for real. Like you can publish a book, goddamn, with $0. Um,
Hmm.
so it's a lot simpler than people think. So that's what I was like. Okay, I'm gonna take this serious. And I've worked with people. I've helped 2 people not only publish their first books, but their first books went #1 bestsellers as well. And one of them was a 16-year-old girl at the time when she published her book. So yeah, it was a big shout out to Tanisha Sadler and big shout out to Anthony McKinney.
Damn. I mean, come on, man. That's whoa. You
They all
know,
got stories to tell, and all they doing is telling their story.
but it's hard. Like, the thing is, like, you're not sugarcoating it. Like, truth be told, it's hard ass work. It's not just people think like, okay, I pay for a course, and then all my problems are solved. Yeah, nah, bro. That's not. It's not how the world works. It's like
Yeah,
you are offering like your expertise, your creativity, your story, what inspires you, and what your passions are. Like, you're not a miracle maker. You're giving valuable tools to a person. Then, as the person, like you gotta then use the tools for yourself. It's like you can get caught up in that bullshit very quickly. It's like, yeah, I got a plan. I got the shit. Like, I'm gonna make 6 figures. I'm like, okay, but are you actually gonna like put in the effort, time, and energy? Like, figure out the things that are working for you, the things that are not. You see what I mean? Right? There's all that other elements that
uh,
come to it.
that's what be getting a lot of folks right there. You know what I'm saying? They be sounding good until, like you said, it's time to apply that work. It's like, oh, okay. Now I don't know about this.
No, nah.
But I say the biggest phases of the writing production process is one, just the writing process, the writing itself, like actually getting the story written, getting it down, getting it edited and perfected to the way that you want it to be. That's one of the biggest workloads um, of just at least like the writing part. Now, when it comes to publishing, that shit is easy. That is a breeze. That doesn't take no time at all. The next workload is marketing it on the back end.
I
The
know.
marketing and the writing process. Then the 2 biggest workloads of the entire process. But everything else it's a breeze and it's fun. But
And by
yeah,
the way,
man.
it's okay. People get this idea like, oh, you got to write for the trends. I'm like, you could definitely make stories that are more niche. Even things that
Oh yeah,
people
for
maybe are
sure.
not like familiar with anymore. And there's still an audience. Like you pointed out something that's really great. It's like, hey, you could write a great story. It's fine. Like you just gotta find the right people to market. It's like,
Yeah,
if yours is more geared towards nerd and geeks that are into phase and all that bullshit, then you should be going to that direction. Like go to those
hey,
festivals and stuff, and like that's where those people are gonna want to read this kind of stuff.
me first.
Yeah.
price. And the like you said, niche. The more niche, the better. Honestly, that's why
Yeah,
that's a little gem I can give to the people as far as like topping the charts quickly and fastly, and like not require as much of a workload. Man, the more niche, the better. You know what I'm saying?
you can fight him with
Definitely.
less.
Oh, baby.
You can fight him with less. And I feel like when you're a storyteller, in the case of being an author, sometimes you kind of get yourself caught up in this idea, especially like in your case, right, where you're taking like a true story and then you're like implementing it into a book where you kind of get caught up in the moment instead of just enjoying the experience. It's
Yeah.
like not everything has to be perfect, like you could run into like, oh shit, I could have added this about this character, but like now I'm like 200 pages in, it's like it's fine. There's a reason why there's called editing.
Yeah, that's why I be trying to tell people like don't try to edit as you're writing, bro. Just write. Like jot a little note down and just keep going. Keep going. You know what I'm saying? Get it all down. Then once you get it all down, go back to the very beginning. And now you go back and just make those notes or those corrections or those fine tunes that you noted as you went through it the first time. Like it's just trying to get it down. That's what speed up the process. You trying to clean up as you go, man. That's gonna make the writing process so much longer. It's still gonna be a process regardless, but you feel more accomplished. Like, okay, at least I got the story written now. It's like I ain't gotta go back and attack the entire thing. I'm going to those specific bullet points that I pointed out at
I,
first.
it's funny you mention that, right? Because like you have like I get this every single time, especially like when I'm listening to like a Cypress Hill or like a Mob Deep song, where I'm like listening to the lyrics really heavily,
Hmm.
and it sounds very structured. Like as an artist to an artist, like I could hear that these lyrics were like painstakingly, like literally stitched together to like make this. And that didn't happen at the very beginning. Okay, like original demo is like, nah, I guarantee you that's not the shit you're hearing. But like that final, like everything's coming together and all those pieces are, it's just like, okay, I understand why. Like when you start from like the beginning to the end, you're like, okay, I understand why each of these pieces are in here.
No,
Mhm.
factual.
Bro, it's powerful, man.
Yeah, factual.
That's yeah.
Attention to detail.
I mean, you could literally write about anything, but the thing is like it comes down to it's like it's gotta have a beating heart. Like not physically, but it's gotta have like some kind of beating heart in any
Yeah.
story. Because if you just make a soulless story,
Oh yeah, it ain't gonna be no good for real. Like yeah, yeah. It's not
yeah.
gonna do what you want it to do.
I sometimes question some of the New York Times bestsellers, to be honest with you. I'm like,
I feel like that's all. I mean, it's they title, New York Times bestseller, so it's like they can do what they want to. That's so good.
uh, no, you know what though? Like, I kind of like that kind of publishing process kind of pisses me off, you know, because sometimes like the language or like it's too raw or it's too like avant-garde or whatever. I'm like, what's so bad about that? Why does it
Yeah,
have to be so perfect? Why can't it
that's
be a little something something?
and that's what's crazy. Like once I once I learned about self publishing, I was like, okay, yeah, this is the route I'm gonna go. And then I had the success I had, and I was like, okay, if I'm having this success going independent, let me see what William see what some of the major publishing companies may think. You know what I'm saying? And I submitted my stuff to quite a few of them, big ones, medium ones, small, like the whole nine, just to get it to a larger market. And all of them like turned me down. It was crazy. I was like, I'm already having success on my own, and it's like now I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying, just bring it to y'all, see if we can work something out, you know, make a deal to take this shit even further. And I was like, yeah, everybody like, nah. I'm like, all right, shit, fuck y'all then. I'm gonna keep doing what I've been doing.
They create like listen. you know what? It's crazy because like you're dealing with two different worlds, right? You
Right.
got you got the money and the numbers people, and then you got like the passion and the artist people that like sometimes you don't always get that bridge meshed well together. You know, not all artists can like think in like marketing and numbers and that shit. And that's the thing though. It's like if you could get that group of people to kind of like understand the artist to a certain level of degree, we get some really incredible stuff. Like,
Hmm.
you're not gonna lie, you know, like one example I can think of, like in the recent time, like I know it's a Quentin Tarantino film, but The Joker,
Yeah.
bro, like I think that's one of the, my personal opinion, one of the greatest Joker movies ever made in history. Like
I
flat
mean,
out. Like the story, the character, like the realistic. See, that's what I mean by like noir and gritty. Like it kind of adds realistic stuff in there. Kind of explains why he laughs for Susie. Like, oh, okay, so like there's actually like a medical. You see, like that shit. That shit's gold because you're taking something that's so fake and making
yeah,
it so real.
yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, he does a great job with what he do, for sure, for sure. And that's one of my big goals too. Just to turn 14 days in Beijing into some type of film or short film or series or documentary. I love to turn into an anime. I think that would be really dope for
Oh,
sure.
that would be so funny. Like what studio, like there's so many options of studios that could make that. You know, it's like and then the options of like what kind of anime you'd be making, you know, like would it be more like Korean? You know, would it be more Japanese? You
Yeah,
know,
well,
there's
it was since it's taking place in China. Um, I feel like that'll be fitting. I don't know if China has its own anime.
I don't
I'm pretty sure it does.
it should have. Actually, now you're making me curious. I wanna
You know what I mean?
is there a Chinese anime? Are we uncovering something right now? Because this is
I'm not even sure myself, but yeah, it would
wait,
definitely like be a Chinese style
is
anime for
there
sure.
that would be kind of cool, right? Because it is a story that is taking place in
And I already got the audio
no.
recorded. I got the audio already recorded too.
Bro, it's
So
a real thing. It's called Donghao.
I ain't never
Oh
heard
my
of
god, oh my god, this is hilarious. This is actually real. So there is Chinese anime. It's a legit thing. Oh,
word.
this is so funny. It's mostly video games. That's what I'm
Okay,
that's what I'm gathering from here.
that'd be hard too. 14 days in Beijing video game.
Damn.
And the whole Jake is trying to get out together. That'd be hard. That'd
Yeah,
be dope.
bro, and the way that they draw them ladies in this shit. Oh my god. Okay. Damn, man. That's actually not a bad fucking. You see what I mean? Like that right there is kind of like genius. It's like you could take something that's so personal and like relates
Yeah,
to you and like even though you built so many other things out of that and then to like not only like immerse into that culture but then kind of have it like anime. I think it kind
yeah,
and those
yeah.
scenes, bro, you can't do that in real life. You know that like still frame of those like prison people coming over to you and speaking like Chinese and there's like a still of you or something, you know, sitting on the bed, it's still a still and like the lights are kind of changing and you can hear like some screaming in Chinese, like everybody's like eyes are like wide open.
You know what I mean?
Oh my god, man, there's like so many directions this can go.
Yeah, facts. No bullshit. Yeah.
Oh, you've been thinking about this for a while, haven't
Oh
you?
yeah, for sure. Yeah, yeah, for sure. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I'm gonna meet the right individual for sure, for sure.
You got to.
Yeah,
You
because like I said, that all we need is the visuals. I have the audio because I got the audio book for Fortune Vision. I already have the audio for it, shit. So that's man.
and people today like it's weird. Movies have kind of turned into long TV series. So a lot of TV shows today will be like an hour or like
Yeah.
an hour and 30 minutes per episode. And then like seasons will be just 10 episodes. So in reality, I mean, it's really a movie. It's not really a TV show because it's continuous. Like one of the things of like cinematography and film, if something's generally continuous, it's usually one long story.
Yeah.
So that's kind of dope because you can kind of do that shit with anime. Like people do kind of love that stuff where like it's just like a long 45 or 60-minute episode and then bam, like the next episode is like that. And like you can have like the whole chapter just be one freaking season, or like chapter one and chapter two. There's just
Oh yeah. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, really trap it out.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying, man. I
Yeah. Yeah.
I think like you also have this kind of mind. Like you don't just think about one thing. You think of like all the different things you can do with that one thing.
Facts.
Uh,
Yeah, definitely.
Am I
Like I said,
wrong?
now you gotta trap it. Like I said, trap it out, man, each and every way. For sure, for sure. This guy, that's the only thing I'm missing is a visual. I got audio, I got the textual. So like an actual visual, that'll be game changing. Then look, I can have like a little whole premiere type shit to market it or just promote it. That'll be how everybody get fly with suits on and we go watch it. You know what I'm saying? At least like episode one or something like that. That'd be dope. For shit show.
It really is. I mean, like it's it's strange when you see it for what it is and not what it isn't. A lot of the times you can get yourself blindsided. A lot of times people can get really cocky, and really think like, I've made it to the top, but being able to just, focus on like the little things and the successes that we get along the way and the improvements and things that we can do, like, man, I think that's the most successful thing you can do as an artist, you know, focusing
Yeah,
on all of like it's nice to have a Rolls Royce. Is that really what makes you a successful artist? No.
yeah, nah.
It's more bills. It's just
Exactly.
more bills.
Man.
Oh God. I live out here in Florida, man, and let me tell you something. Those Cuban links,
Mm.
bruh, they could be like $150,000.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, but that's just because the appreciation of gold has been growing tremendously over the past few years, just because of plenty of reasons. But yeah,
Just
gold is.
wait. Just wait until they find that asteroid that's just filled with fucking gold. Like, give them like 5 or 6 years. They find that one. They're like, oh shit, like we got more gold than we need, and then the shit just like drops. Bro, I may be 80 now when that happens, but let me tell you, I'll be laughing my ass.
Oh shit, they definitely have technology by then. Man, be doing all this. Man, ain't no telling what it's gonna be like when we get that old. What part of Florida you in?
I live currently in Boca, but I'm originally from New York.
Okay. Okay, for sure. Boca Raton.
Yeah, Mouth Rat. Very fitting name for the place.
Yeah, South Florida. Yeah, I went to
Where
college in Florida, so that's why I was so yeah.
were you based out of?
I'm in Atlanta, from Atlanta, born and raised. But
Hey,
I'm
you're from Georgia.
yeah,
Love it.
Georgia boy,
Makes
down
hardworking
south.
people.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. And
So,
Atlanta, Black Hollywood. So we produce entrepreneurs.
yeah. And the undergrounds. I mean, the music underground scene in Atlanta is one of the largest in the country.
Shit, the movie scene's crazy in Atlanta now. We running the game. We running that game. Well, at least we a household name when it comes to that too. Films and that the film industry for sure. Music, of course. Um,
It's
yeah,
uh
get it
it's
rolling.
it's weird, right? Because especially like years ago, when you talk about the underground scene or especially like indie artists and stuff, like I mean, it was a lot more low key, like, these were people that were kind of scraping by and kind of figuring out different ways to kind of keep everybody afloat. These days, it's a whole different level, man. Like, you got these people that are now running the show to the point. I had somebody on the podcast that's from Canada that's he's an indie filmmaker. And they've been getting requests from people in Europe that come out to do shoots.
Mm. Yeah.
So
As soon
it's
as you said
like,
that, yeah, that was another idea that popped in my head. I said, damn, film festival submitting the, man,
yeah,
great way to market it too.
there's so many options these days, and like it's literally because of what we have available to our own fingertips. If I think that places like Atlanta is stronger and more independent than it ever has because of this, and it's just going to continue
Oh yeah, for
more
sure.
and more.
Like I said, like Nipsey said best, man. This technology has empowered everybody. It's like back in the day when everybody was learning about the gold and trying to get out west to get in on the gold. This is what the internet. This is the time we in right now with this internet. Shit can be as big as you want to make it and go as far as you want to take it. People's lives have changed tremendously just because of the internet. We've witnessed it for decades now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, hey man, get with it, or you gonna get left behind.
Now, and like there's also this idea of, as technology progresses, people become more and more lazy and more reliant on technology such as like AI. And I feel like there's truth to that, but I feel like also AI can give artists a really powerful tool. You don't have to use it to like literally create your music, but you can use it as a tool to enhance your music or
Yeah, without a doubt.
figure out different ways of like I'd be straight up and honest. Like, I'm in the automotive industry, and one thing that you realize real quick, if you don't like electrical or electronics, you're in the wrong industry because I'm coming and I'm taking your job. I don't care.
No facts. I got an EV, so
You know,
yeah.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's the same thing with you too. It's like if you have more publication houses or publishers that are under that New York Times marker bullshit crap, like they're gonna sink if they can continue this bullshit rabbit hole. Like, you got to progress with the times. That's how you
Yeah,
survive.
yeah, facts, facts. And people talk shit all they want to, but
Talk
hey,
straight out of their ass.
it's cats younger than us that's really hip to this AI stuff and created companies, created all different types of stuff, like really making moves with this AI. Like, man, yeah, but yeah, tap in for sure, for sure.
Yeah, and it's ever so growing. You know what? I think that if you are able to utilize it as a tool, the same way that the internet has allowed artists to be more free and more independent, and be able to connect more than anybody's ever been had before.
Yeah,
There are always pros, like there's always pros and cons to things, right? Like
for sure.
even going down to like writing a book, you have to first write the manuscript. You got to write your draft, and then you go back from the very beginning and you do all that editing and stuff. If life was perfect and it had none of these things, I don't think you would exist. I don't think any of your writing would exist. I don't think I'd be talking to any artist. It just
Um,
it wouldn't be a thing that any. But then why would anybody want to do it if the world was perfect? What's the
no,
purpose?
facts. But it was like the world was perfect. It's like, damn, what would be a perfect world? Like, what would what would one define that to be?
No
Or
poverty.
or so pretty much a place where you ain't gotta go to ain't no such thing as having to work to live. Like you gotta go work from 9 to 5 to pay bills. No, none of that.
None of that. Just
And
live your life. You could stay
man,
home.
man, what would people do?
Nothing.
What would people do?
Why? Why?
Like,
Why would anybody be Why would anybody be motivated? Do you see what I mean? It's like there'd be no motivation to do anything because you tell somebody,
like,
let's do something. Why? I have
yeah.
tomorrow.
Or it will be some people like that. It's also be some people that just enjoy, like
Yeah.
just like we have no agenda. Like we just whatever we gonna wake up, whatever we do today, that's what we do today. And then you know what I'm saying, just go with the flow. Or oh, look, we need to go make sure we got. I mean, people be have to have growing their own. A lot of people have to have farms then. Like it wouldn't be like the property that we see in current times. It would, I don't see it being like that. It couldn't be like that.
We
Um,
we may reach a point where we integrate with these technologies like AGI, and it's not that in our lifetimes humans get replaced, the fact that we become more integrated. So the people that are more motivated and have drive are able to utilize those skills even though there's a lot less to do, instead of just sitting around and using it to be lazy. Because let's be honest, like there's plenty of tech. Bro, the amount of commercials I freaking see of buying these ovens that you buy meals to put the. Okay, you're paying a company $800 to give you an oven so that you can give them another $150 a month to send you meals that you could have cooked yourself. That
yeah.
shit is real, like not everybody's gonna sign up for it, but the like you said, like there people that are like, yeah, like they'll take the easy route. If it's available, they're gonna do it,
Oh yeah.
regardless.
I mean, especially just yeah, because you freeing up time. Oh, just like one less thing you got to do or commit time to, so you get that time back to devote to something else. But that's just the battle we all face with, you know what I'm saying, the matrix we live in, time, with, you know what I'm saying, having to work and all these other responsibilities and still devote time to physical health and relationships and goals and you know what I'm saying, stuff like that.
Yeah, and I mean relationships is like, damn.
On me.
It's like nobody knows how to talk to people no more.
Right.
God, it's amazing how you can have so much change and the whole world can be completely different. But yet you have people such as myself and such as yourself where you still try to do whatever you can to continue that like fire inside of you, regardless. It's like no matter what, like it's gonna keep on burning and I'm gonna keep on chugging. Even though
Yeah.
it feels like nobody wants to do that anymore, you know what I mean? It's like feels like everybody around you just wants to fucking buy that Rolls Royce, buy that condo, have the Latino chicks over every single night, like
Yeah. Just party.
just party, yeah, till you're 45.
Okay, I'm ready to settle down now. Let's settle down now.
Oh, I love that. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with like, being wanting to raise a family, somebody like wanting to get married and stuff. Like, I feel like it's become so taboo, like people don't do that shit no more.
Yes, independency has been popularized for shit generations, honestly, especially dating back. It's like mass incarceration and war on drugs and all that other shit. Goddamn. So and it's gotten even worse now just because we got technology, so it's constantly in your face now. So yeah, it's glamorized, it's popularized, it's like a trophy or a badge of honor. Which is, you know what I'm saying, is which is a good thing. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that whatsoever, but yeah, I mean that's just where we at with it. So you know,
Yeah, and I mean, it's kind of like it's kind of strange because we've kind of lived in this era for like, the industrial era for about 150 something years. And there's been a lot of stuff that's come out of it, especially how like writing has changed and music has changed and so many different things have changed. But it's like the independency I feel like exists because like life has definitely gotten harder to live. And like even if you got a better opportunity of living here in the United States where it's more expensive and a little bit more complicated to like just live. Because you got any medical conditions, oh, good luck. Probably going to be down in a few years. But you still you still crave those connections, still wanting to be around other people, still like wanting to have those romantic relationships, and then like just not being satisfied because just nothing feels doesn't feel real. You keep on running into the same kind of shit, and you're like, It's not what I'm looking for, you know? You want something more real, something more tangible.
That's when one has to take a step back and look in the mirror. 'Cause a
You
lot of
got a point
times,
there.
yeah, like yeah, change. That's when change really starts. When you get tired of your own bullshit, that's when change really occurs. But it take a lot for some people to get to that. For sure,
Mm.
for sure, for sure.
Well, I mean, I can imagine for your own self, like you you've definitely been through a lot of that hardship and a lot of, being able to pick yourself back on your own bootstraps. And, it's easier said than done, right?
For
But
sure.
you've been able to make it work. I'm sure it's not been perfect,
Yeah,
but
nah.
you
But
figured it out.
that's why we call this thing the marathon. You know what I'm
24K,
saying? And shout out to Nick.
24K
Shout out to Nick
marathon.
Russell, marathon. We ain't gonna sit here and portray this ultimate poise like we been had this shit figured out. Like, nah, we battled every emotion. We battled every emotion behind what we getting after right now. And the only distinction quality between me and whoever else is going through this, already went through it, or was finna go through it, is that you're not gonna quit.
No, because you can't.
If I quit, I'll never be shit then. So that's definitely not an option.
No, and it's. I was talking to somebody earlier about this. You got this attitude of working that 9 to 5, just doing that job just to bring in the money, which is fine. Like everybody's got to figure out a way to put bread on the table.
For shit
But
show.
there's something so disheartening about that. It's like you literally are given 8 hours of your life doing something you don't want to do. You're only doing it because they're giving you money at the end of the week or every 2 weeks. And you tell yourself that it's not going to eat you up alive, and you keep going in there every single day. But guess what? I see you outside drinking. I see you outside smoking them cigarettes. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like you could definitely find something that'll still pay the bills and still give you like that drive every single day. Because again, it's like it's your life. You're giving something to somebody that you can't take back. You can't like return 8 hours of somebody's life. It's not Amazon Returns, bro.
Shit, never replace your ass in a heartbeat. Goddamn, it push come to shove.
Oh
So
yeah.
that's why I'll be always keeping in mind, like, shit, you still replaceable, motherfucker. Yeah,
Nah, they don't care.
yeah, no,
They just care about being able to keep on bringing it. And that's why, like, again, you could definitely find the middle ground. But I feel like it's not necessarily as clean cut and dry as people think. Like, you can't just expect to just wake up one day like, okay, I'm gonna change and like I'll figure this out in 2 weeks. Like, it's not that simple. But the reality is, if like you really want to make sure you're not wasting those 8 hours or you're wasting your time, yeah,
just being able to, we get 24 hours a day. You know what I'm saying? That's a long ass time when you really think about it, especially if you just sit down completely still in one spot for 24 hours. You'll feel how long that motherfucker is. So it's like shit. We got plenty of time. It's just what we devote our time to. Um, so
yeah. And I don't know, like I think every single person figures out their own way of hustling,
for
and
sure,
you know, and sometimes, you could beat yourself up, right? Like, you're taking a day where you're kind of slow, you can't do that much shit, like you're kind of resting, whatever. And you're like, fuck, I didn't do anything today. But then, like, yo, you cleaned out the dishes, you made dinner, like you took out the trash, you know, you did all this shit. You forget all the stuff that you do, like
yeah.
you just get caught up in that win, like I'm just not accomplishing whatever. It's like you'll get there. You can't rush shit. I don't know. I could be completely wrong about this, but I feel like the more you push, the more you shove, Man is sloppy as hell.
For sure. Yeah, I feel that. I feel that. Uh, but niggas just folks just don't be patient. I just wanted to instant gratification. That's what people be. That's what people suffer from. Instant gratification, especially with technology nowadays.
You think
And
it's social media to kind of blame for that kind of shit?
I mean, it's that. That's. But even if you want to learn something to find something out, you find it, figure that out just like that. You know what I'm saying? You utilize your phone. Damn, boy, I need some groceries, but my car, I ain't got no car, man. I ain't even got to go nowhere. I can select everything I want. Have my groceries delivered right here to me. Oh man, like you literally, bro. I don't even, bro. I don't like I don't go shopping. Like if I need like toiletries and stuff like anything I might, if I need it right then and there, then I hit up like Walmart or something like that. But if that's not the case, bro, I order everything off Amazon, bro. Literally from toilet paper to laundry detergent, like everything off Amazon, bro. I just
Oh
got it.
God.
Cotton swabs. I just order cotton swabs on Amazon, like literally. But like, yeah, I order everything. I go to the store at all no more unless I need it right there. That's not the case. Yeah, man, it'll get dropped off at the house. Uh,
It's like man, you be stopping by and you notice there's like a Best Buy sign. You're just like why do you still exist? Like I can
man,
order half the shit off of Amazon. You know what I mean? Like all this I can have them by tomorrow, and it's not gonna. I'm not gonna have to deal with your goddamn Geek Squad and their goddamn
you know
bullshit.
what I'm
Because
saying?
yeah,
Unless you must need it right then and there. That's the only reason why the store can be convenient. You can get it right then and there. If you don't mind waiting a day or two, oh man.
oh my god, it's hilarious because I got two friends of mine that live out in Bedford-Stuy in Brooklyn, and they literally live in like the most expensive part of New York City. Like, I mean, Manhattan's like more expensive, but like they they're just ordering shit off of Amazon and DoorDash, and I'm just like,
Yeah,
yo, let's go outside. I went outside with them. Like I hadn't been back in New York in like so long, and I'm just like looking around, and they're just like bored as shit. Like sweating. They're like, when the hell are we getting to the train station right now? I'm like, look around, look at the freaking architecture, and they're just like
man.
sit, and they're like, and then we're like talking about getting food, and we're like, okay, we'll do like DoorDash at home. I'm like, no, let's go there. They're like, what do you mean you want to go there? It's like it's a walk and then a train. I'm like, I don't care, let's go there. And they're like, are you sure? And I'm like, yes. It's like I totally get what you're saying. It's like it's so freaking convenient. It's like, why the
Yep.
hell do I want to leave my house? You know,
Man,
like.
COVID-19 is the result of all of that. COVID-19 is the result of all of that. Man, that pandemic changed the game, boy.
It made
This
everything.
innovative. How can we still make money without, you know what I'm saying, physically having to be there, or people having to physically pull up. You know what I'm saying? We can still make this shit work.
Yeah, like the same way, it's kind of hilarious where, when you look at like people reading books, like most people don't read books, they listen to audiobooks.
Uh-huh.
It's like, wait, hang on. So most people listen to somebody read the book for them, which like I totally get that. It's like very convenient, especially like if you're just like walking around or like you're heading to work or something. But that's kind of amazing. Like that's the level of convenience that we have now, yo. That like you can have somebody read you a book. Like
Man,
500 years ago, like that's what a king did. Like as a peasant, you didn't have that shit. You didn't even know what fucking letters were. You just it's crazy.
just brought back just storytelling. You know what I'm saying? Like back in grade school, elementary school, kindergarten. You know what I'm saying? We got story time. Teacher for the read us a book.
Right before nap time.
That's all that is. And now they got it. That's another thing with Amazon now. It's a new feature. They just launched it. Um, you can turn any of your books into audiobooks, and they use AI to create it.
You know
You
what,
just
bro? Like,
select your voices you could choose from. I ain't explored it yet, but I just like I looked through it, but like I ain't tested it out yet, to say the least. But I should try it out with one of those books and just see how it does.
it
That saves
is.
time as well versus trying to find somebody to record it, or you taking the time to record it yourself. Now, if you got all the equipment to record it yourself, then for sure that's easy. Then, but if I ain't got none of the equipment, so I had to go find a studio, book studio time, do all yes, so
And that
I
costs bread.
that part too. Hey, exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For sure. So you know you gotta be efficient when you go in there because time is of the essence. Well, I be hating folks. You done paid all this money to book this studio, and man, y'all ain't got nothing prepared. Oh yeah, I just wasting money.
Yeah, they be charging by the hour, you know? They're
And
like,
the engineer don't care because he's gonna get paid regardless. So he's like, he come here play around if he want to.
gone are the days of just paying for session. You know, it's like, come on, man. Come on, like, come on, a little respect, you know? Maybe like a 90s special. And he's like, nah, bro. We don't do 90s specials here. No session. You paying per hour. All
Oh yeah,
right? You better save every goddamn millisecond.
fact.
No, you know what? Like, that's the truth too. You know, a lot of the times, like things kind of circle around money, but I feel like there's always kind of workarounds around it. You know, you can kind of get pretty clever and smart in order to get things to be able to work. Because in the end of the day, if you want to be the one that want to put it out and you want to be able to want to put in the effort, somebody's got to do it. And somebody's gonna be
Exactly.
you.
You want anything done right, you gotta do it yourself.
Exactly. Yeah. Yo, we have been like talking, man, for like the past 50 minutes, and like Um, we haven't mentioned your publication because like you got a bunch of stuff that's going on here. You got like your social media, you got your publication, you got coaching, you got all the jazz. You want to break the
Yeah,
you want to break this down? Like, where can these people find you? What
yeah,
stuff are you available? What's
yeah.
new?
So the best search engine we got, Google Chancellor K Jackson. Everything you need will pop up from my website to my social media accounts, other podcast interviews I've done, my books, which are available on my website and it's as well as Amazon. So yeah, any aspiring authors, hey, Google me, find me on social media. You'll be able to track my website through there and sign up for a 30-minute free consultation. We can tap in, brainstorm a little bit, see if we'd be a good fit for each other. I got courses available, on hands coaching. I got a new ebook dropping very, very soon on the 21st. So yeah, man, y'all go. I got it. You need it. I got it. Every which way, trying to go number one. Tap in with your boy.
There's only one way up.
Yeah,
Well, there's multiple ways up, but you know what I mean.
yeah.
A lot of different routes. Man, I gotta say, like, I really appreciate you like spending the time. Like, for anybody that's not aware, like we had some really difficult audio issues, but we chugged through and we made it work.
There's a will, there's a way now.
There's a will, there's a way.
Come on now.
Oh, love it. I'm gonna make sure to anybody, I will leave links below. Um, Unfortunately, there's not going to be a YouTube or Rumble video, but there will be for Substack, and then audio and everything will be available at Lost in the Groove Pod. So, with that, motherfuckers, we will catch you next week. All right, peace out.